Awaiting orders.
Hello, my name is Cronus Adair, and this is X4 Foundations. And today, Dahl is going to talk to us a bit about getting to know more about the split.
How's it going? You made it.
So tell us about the split.
Did curiosity get the better of you? Excellent. How's it going? So, here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Zyarth. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established. Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit. It won't be easy. From what I've gathered, most split are not particularly keen on working with outsiders.
I mean, we've gotten our hooks into the free family side of things pretty easily.
The most important event in recent split history was the battle at the Fires of Defeat. With this decisive battle, the Zyarth Patriarchy subdued a coalition of free families. The Patriarchy has already established a court and their own police force within free family space.
So what are you planning?
I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
So what about me?
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport. Of course not. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the free families or the patriarchy occupation.
Interesting.
He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment.
That sounds extremely suspicious. Alright, well, direct me to him.
He requests to be transported in an S-sized ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more.
Speaking of S-sized ships, a lot of these storyline missions require you to fly an S-sized ship, so it makes the X-Shuttle very, very handy.
Experimental.
Got a lock on his current location. Transmitting data now. Remember, he's kind of fishy, so be on your toes. Also, we are trying to befriend him, so try not to make him feel uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Apparently Bozo didn't like the fishy analogy.
Hello.
Hi, you need a ride?
Wonderful. Split, going to meet Ken.
Oh, what about your Ken?
Right.
Split can humor you with some stories. Ask!
So, what about the Zyarth?
Patriarchal Split are traditional. Politics follow Tharuk's way. Zyarth, Patriarch of all Split, unites all lesser patriarchs under his rule.
What kind of patriarch is he?
The Patriarch is a survivalist, always on the move. He made a name for himself fighting Xenon invaders. The Zyarth family was thriving in the outer reaches. Then Patriarch Ronkar failed to keep the Empire together. Zyarth stepped in to prevent the great families from drifting apart. After the gate realignments, he had outlived all his former competitors. And now there is barely a Split alive who would remember another Patriarch on the throne.
Oh, how stable is it?
Given how long he has to reign, do not expect him to be gone anytime soon.
By Bozo, don't question the future of what could be his government.
Oh, come on.
Any more questions?
How about these free families, folks?
Outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones, such as the family Takir. It's more of a slum than an economy, really, but some pride themselves on being free from imperial
You
rule.
don't think much of them, do you? What's that about Takir?
The disgraced family responsible for a reactor incident on a shipyard. We still remember our dead every anniversary. May they haunt that cursed family for all eternity.
Interesting.
Some of the families do not want patriarchal laws in their realm, and local pirates are similarly reluctant to accept proper government.
So this guy bought into the patriarchal propaganda. Be careful. We don't want to alienate him.
Sounds like it.
Any more questions?
What about the patriarchal presence in free family space?
The Patriarchy grants all Split, outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones a way out of the slums and back to civilization. But to reintegrate the free families back to Split society, criminals must be weeded out. Ask!
What about the whole prisoners with jobs thing?
Oh yes, Split civilization has long slave tradition. Split not look kindly upon weaklings, be it foreign creatures or own kin. You seem concerned about slaves' fate. Maybe you interested in some news? Argon slaves heard that their home world was reconnected. They grew insurgent, so Patriarchy started pushing slave rights to calm them. Of course, that goes against free families.
So, will it ever go away?
Argon Federation is demanding end to enslavement of Argon, but cannot go into every Split household and take their slaves.
I will let that one slide, but just to remind you, your mission was to befriend him.
That's enough. Time to go now.
Yeah, let's go.
This is Sector Security. Split scan now. What you have?
Have I not warned my assistant to not become an accomplice in an unlawful conveyance of goods?
I don't have anything.
I think you'd better comply. Wait, let your passenger deal with this.
This is Lieutenant reporting on behalf of scanned vessel. Captain, this one has some dangerous opinions. No imminent danger, though. Since you showed interest in Split culture, have friend who might talk some sense into you. That reckless Split always find trouble. Sending you her contact details.
Oh, why, thank you.
Well, that was unexpected. Looks like our suspect was scouting newcomers for the Zyarth authorities. Connections to the Zyarth Patriarchy won't get us anywhere. The contact he provided, however, definitely belongs to the free families. I have a possible location for her, but she won't be that easy to actually get hold of.
Alright.
Experimental.
Have a look at this. Recently, there have been a number of slaves who have escaped their former masters. This isn't the first instance of slave resistance since the gates opened. News of a strong Argon Federation elsewhere has inspired them with some hope. This lot, however, decided to take our Split friend hostage. Doing her a favor could earn us the friend we need. Be aware that the Patriarchy police are also looking for this ship.
Autopilot engaged.
Well, let's go look into it. Here we are.
Autopilot disengaged.
This vessel seems to fit the description provided by Dahl rather well. Maybe you could try asking the pilot whether they recently escaped slavery aboard a split station.
That's not a good
Oh,
idea.
that'll go down well. Seriously though, just ask them where they're headed or something.
This is your first and only warning. Do not approach any closer or we'll open fire.
They don't seem very welcoming.
He's carrying
Well,
quite a weight on his shoulders with those other fugitives on board.
they just
We'll have
escaped
to
a split
persuade them
station.
if we want to get our hostage.
Really?
Is that really necessary?
I've
They'll
got
like
to shoot
think
at
that you're
escaped
willing to
prisoners
do
with
it. Oh, and
jobs.
try not to damage the crew quarters.
Okay.
You've had it now.
Come on, guys. Just surrender.
Ceasefire. We're ready to negotiate. We're willing to give up the hostage. Dock on your ship to pick her up.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Split go home.
Slave trader 3 calling foreign vessel. Foreign vessel will release a split hostage immediately.
Split go home. Please comply.
Well, that was super
The
convenient.
timing of that was rather suspicious.
That's what I was saying.
Buffalo.
What a name for a ship.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Before you leave, you better have a little chat with that pilot. You may have made a friend after all.
Love the red and black motif bridge. Anyway, hi.
Creature is welcomed aboard, slave trader.
Creature,
3.
huh?
Split not found of outsiders meddling with split matters. Fugitive has been under surveillance. Contact has been made to negotiate hostages' freedom. Hostage situation was under control. This creature's reckless behavior endangers a split
Oh,
life.
sorry for trying to help.
Nonetheless, this creature did try to rescue one of ours. So, pilot can make amends by attending funeral of split war hero. Pilot, meet our ship at accelerator in heart of acrimony. Pilot also bring customary gift of caviar.
Oh, you want caviar too? Hey! I can see one of my
I found
stations.
some more data on her in the trade station's records. This was apparently a curb, a female advisor to male split decision makers. These curbs were originally set up by Patriarch Gus de Guild to temper the worst excesses of male split's enthusiasm. She belongs to Takur Tzink, a minor patriarch who trades in Argon slaves with the Zayarth Patriarchy. She was probably out here to clean up on the fugitive property mess, which caused a significant loss of face for her male counterpart. Not that family Takur has much reputation to lose these days.
Alright. Well, we need to get some spacefly caviar. Fortunately, we've been collecting eggs.
Entering system. Heart of acrimony. Experimental shuttle.
Alright, let's deliver some highly illegal spacefly caviar. These are like worth a million credits a pop. And they wanted it as a gift. That's insane. Alright, here's your highly illegal bribe.
Split accept offering. Guest may interact with others. Ceremony starts soon.
Okay.
Split heard you tracked down rebels and released hostage. That reckless Split always find trouble. You track them down quick. Split have request for you. Might improve your reputation here.
Alright, listening.
Local Patriarch Noah DeHilp faces justice at Hall of Judgment. Accusation is withholding reparations for Zyarth Patriarchy. He says he is not wealthy enough for such demands. Says his financial records were stolen. Former business partners gave evidence showing many slaves bought from him.
Interesting.
Punishment should not be applied without proper investigation, but others Split not willing to take stand. As outsider, maybe you help with investigation.
This sounds like a way in for us.
Yeah, this
Let's
could be a
do it.
hook. Alright, I'll do it for you.
Very well. Split wait for information to support release of Patriarch.
Guests will now honor fallen Patriarch Gotipig. Gotipig took up arms to face Zyart tyranny. A witness will now speak of his bravery.
This split flew under Got to Pig in the fight.
Waiting orders.
Attacking rattlesnake belonging to Zarth. Patriarch attacked turret head on.
Wait, what?
Split witnessed this.
War hero of free families. Patriarch gave life for Split freedom. All
He died
guests
charging a
shall
turret.
remember
That
his
sounds
name.
really dumb.
All guests shall glorify his victories until greater deeds are done.
Okay.
Let's see if we can help this Patriarch and make him owe us a favor. He declared his own financial records as stolen, and I don't see any way for us to locate those. But we can review the claims of his business partners. The trading station ought to have records of those transactions, but I'll need Bozo's help to access those.
I have located a potential signal leak to double-check the former business partner's claims.
Guess we're combing through financial records now.
Perfect. I am tracing where the funds went now. Dal will look into the data to find out.
Okay, I'm looking through the company registrations. Found it! Bozo, it is absolutely imperative that you delete the data from the
Wait,
station
what?
immediately.
But won't they need that information for their financial records?
Not this particular transaction. I'll explain later. Let's get back to that funeral ship.
Dal, why are we deleting financial records?
Autopilot engaged.
I guess we'll find out.
So, the slave traders claim to have bought slaves from their executed patriarch, which is sort of true. But the patriarch didn't see any of the money they paid. Instead, all of the money went to the funeral service.
Oh.
The financial records from the court case. We hold some pretty damning evidence about the conspiracy. We need to get back to that accelerator and find out what they're hiding on the other side of it.
Someone's laundering money. Tax Evasion 101. How to hide money from Zyarth.
Autopilot disengaged.
I made it to the funeral on my own. I'll wait for you to get here.
Buffalo. Docking queued. Docking granted.
Oh, is that supposed to be Dal's ship? He had a bit of a downgrade from his medium miner to a small courier.
Successfully docked. Experimental shuttle.
Aren't you the guy we gave a ride to?
You too late. You fail. Patriarch Noah Tehut executed. No justice for him. Split should have hired better investigator.
How could we have been any faster? Alright, Dal. Couldn't you have done something?
How's it going? There's nothing we could have done for him. The Zyarth Patriarchy is on edge and rather overzealous in their attempts to bring order to the free families.
So, what do we do from here?
We need to get on the inside. Literally. I'll concentrate on distracting the funeral attendees. Bozo will help you break into that coffin ship. And off you go through the accelerator.
Wait, what?
Don't worry. I've stocked up on various technical widgets you might need.
Well, an EMP bomb would probably be the most useful thing to help us gain initial access.
Right. I've got one here.
Perfect, I
They
guess?
won't accept your ship being too close by during the procession. A spacesuit, however, might escape their notice. Bozo will help you scramble their sensors just to make sure. The service is about to begin. Get in a spacesuit.
Dal, I don't like this plan.
You need to approach the funeral ship with great care.
Time to shine. Don't let me down.
Guests will now honor fallen patriarch Noah Tehut.
To Atara.
Was slaughtered by Zyarth occupiers after unjust trial by false authority. A witness will now speak of his bravery.
I have stories of his bravery.
Arcan visitor will remain quiet.
Please.
Quiet!
With all due respect, I came here to say goodbye to a split whose constant bravery impressed my kin.
Please proceed with the scan.
Arcan may continue to pay respects.
Thank you. First, I want to thank you very much.
Well, I suppose that turned out to be relatively easy.
To give an outsider a voice in an event so significant. I was quite young when I first heard of his bravery. The deceased.
I have terminated your connection to Dal for the moment.
Oh,
to
thank
avoid
you.
Suspicious communication signals, and also alleviate your inevitable boredom. Good luck on your journey to the other side.
No, this would be really dumb if we couldn't
Entering part of
teleport
Acrimony.
from system to
1,
system.
The Boneyard.
Wait, where are we?
I succeeded in using your transceiver to identify your location quite precisely before the accelerator closed. As a result, I have re-established communications. The closed accelerator seems to interfere with our teleportation technology.
Oh. Wait. We needed
I got out of
teleportation
there,
technology.
finally. How are things on the other side? Any split ghosts haunting this place? Is it as dead as they tried to make us believe?
The Ravenous White. That's Carrier.
Look what we have here. Creature, you come with us.
Sounds like they got you. Right. You'll need to try and make yourself seem valuable to them to avoid the worst.
Dal, this was your plan? Oh. We're in a cell again. Wonderful. Nope. And no handy dandy device in the grate for me. Back in a cell. Why do we keep ending up in cells? Oh, we're on the carrier. Hello? Oh, good. Here comes somebody.
Captured creature will explain presence.
Well, I was looking at this court case.
Prisoner will explain affiliation to that patriarch.
It was a request from that Fountain guy.
Prisoner will explain affiliation to Fountain of Family Nude.
I don't have any ties to him. He just had a job for me.
Another victim of patriarchy oppression. Stowaway came up to right place. We strive for split freedom.
Aha.
Prisoner know to come here?
Well, you guys are laundering money?
Where?
At the trading station, but we hid your tracks.
Impressive work. Very well. Guest seems more curious than hostile.
Well, that went rather well. They aren't allowing you to leave yet, but being promoted from creature to guest is a good sign.
Indeed, well done, creature. I mean assistant.
Pozo.
We'll need to discuss which side we're on, but for now, at least act like you want to join their side in order to regain your freedom.
Okay. Port of Curbs. Interesting. What the heck's going on here? Oh, this isn't grandiose at all. This is a frickin' throne room. Okay, what's going on?
Very well.
So, why did you frame that, Patriarch?
We eliminate criminals. Loyalists who welcome patriarchy have no place here.
Oh. So the Separatist Patriarchs are run by you guys?
Separatist families are still uniting against patriarchy oppression.
So, can I join in?
Guest shall prove worth and dedication.
How do I prove my worth?
Monetarily.
So you want a bribe, huh? Oh, here, take 1,000,000 credits.
This symbolic. Worth now proven.
Okay.
Very well.
So...
Guest shall prove worth and dedication.
I've proved my worth. How do I prove dedication?
Rise against patriarchy and fight oppression.
Uh-huh.
Guest granted access here to return with report.
Okay.
We found the hideout of a free family separatist movement.
We sure
Knowing that
did.
Patriarch Takura is involved, I will try to identify his allies in this undertaking. Well, I do have a contact working for the Patriarchy Police. If you're interested in warning them about the budding rebellion, I think I can arrange a meeting.
Oh,
With the
can you
financial
now?
records from the court case, we hold some pretty damning evidence about the conspiracy. Meet me on the funeral service ship if you want me to arrange a meeting with the Patriarchy Police. If you're not interested, there's probably some benefit to be gained by working our way up within the rebellion to get a sense of its scope.
I wonder if we could play both sides. Alright, so we're in Heart of Acumarny 1, the Boneyard. Neat.
How's it going? Do you want to inform Patriarchy forces about this separatist movement?
Yes, I do.
I'll set up a meeting with my contact. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more.
Docked. Experimental shuttle.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
It is, isn't it? Hi, I'm here to play both sides.
Split heard you have proof. Split understand. Patriarch never got paid. A setup. Split not make this connection when sending you. Good work. Report all new findings.
So I've gotten in with the conspirators.
Impressive. Police observe terrorist cells and prepare raid. Split want to hire you to continue investigations. You work undercover and report their plans. Patriarchy will reward you greatly.
I suppose that's it.
Report all new findings.
So how do we seem...
Experimental shuttle.
How do we pretend to attack?
Sorry for that little surprise. I didn't know he was the contact. So, now we've made friends with both sides. As soon as we know what exactly it is they're aiming to achieve and how likely it is to happen, we'll be able to choose a side.
Cobra. Autopilot. Engaged.
Glad to have been of assistance. over and out.
Oh. Yeah, self-destructed. Gotcha.
Guest is dedicated and worthy. Novice will meet slave trader. Much work to be done.
Report to Slave Trader 2 for the first mission towards Split Freedom.
Autopilot engaged.
Hey, I guess we've established our bona fides. Interesting naming philosophy they have for these ships. Aye.
Split, welcome rookie aboard. Split needs you outside for minor maintenance. Take bombs. And bomb launcher too. You go in spacesuit and fly to mass traffic dock in front of Slave Trader 2.
What a wonderful idea.
Report to Slave Trader 2 for mission start.
Okay, now that we've put bombs on cargo drones, what are we doing?
Slave Trader 2 ready to engage.
Okay, we seem to be approaching the Hall of Judgment. Which seems to be the Zyarth command station for their operations in free space. Neat.
When docked, you meet person inside for more instructions. Contact will expect you to deliver bombs. When cargo drones allowed in the station, they make distraction. Then you do job.
Oh, okay.
This is all rather conspiratorial. They still didn't tell us what this is about, though.
No, they haven't.
Soon enough, I suppose. You're probably trying to steal something.
All right. Think they want us aboard the station.
Stand by. I'm still waiting for the
Wait.
delivery. Hang on. I think it just arrived.
Were you the pilot of that Cobra?
I'm surprised to see you back here. You definitely didn't want to work for them when you gate crashed our meeting, so they must have recruited you since then.
So you work for the Separatists?
I'm here to liberate Argon slaves.
Aha.
I've got no clue what your priorities are, but you seem to be in over your head here.
So I've got bombs.
Good job, soldier. You'll find the access code stashed in a crate on the dock. Now get out of there. We all have a job to do.
Interesting. Okay.
What a noble cause! Now I feel much more comfortable with our involvement in this plot.
I think I might have underestimated the scope of this undertaking.
Awaiting orders.
Now what?
I don't know.
Possession of the crate's contents would appear to grant you access to a restricted area on this station. I suggest you find an elevator or something to take you there.
Why, thank you, Bozo. Restricted area.
Get Katniss and get out.
Oh. Okay. Hi. What are you up to?
Split done now. You spare life?
Sure, why not, buddy?
Split finished. Spare life.
You can go too.
Captive's on way. Ready to execute. Activate cargo drone bombs. Take Split off station. Meet at funeral. Escape ship ready for you.
Oh, the station's getting blown up.
Please excuse any inconveniences.
The slaves have taken over the station.
Pilot is congratulated on the new crew.
Patriarchy Police calling terrorists. Surrender now. Split open private channel. Split hope you worth it. Get out before Split have to shoot you.
No problem. I'm on the way out.
Regroup at base.
Right. Off we go back to their lair. Now that we're tried and tested field operators, they might loosen up to us a bit about their separatist movement. Ask her when you can speak to their leaders. They're quite elusive, and I'm having a hard time finding out which of the local patriarchs are involved.
Autopilot.
Alright, back to the Court of Curbs.
Pilot cowardly. Did not expect this. Pilot, not worry. We are not patriarchy and still find use for cowards.
Alright, this is a split raptor. 100 turrets. About as many fighters. Very, very slow to launch and recover.
Raptor. Docking granted.
It's basically X4's version of Galactica. Alright, now that that's done, what will you have us do? Oh, hey, gang's all here. You've got a Zoo to Hint, To to In, She to Kint, La to Kint, which we've met, and Lay to Shin. So, hey, now that we've established your bona fides, can we talk to your patriarch?
Patriarchs? Ha! Only dead patriarchs here. This cabal of curbs.
Oh.
Curbs leave shackles of patriarchy and bring Gust to Gult vision to conclusion.
Wow. That is
So this is basically a split.
not only against the Zyarth patriarchy, but also against their own
Yeah, it's a
patriarchs.
split
I'll start
feminist
looking
rebellion.
into the local curbs and try to identify which might have worked against their patriarch's interests.
So what was Gus's vision?
To finally curb not only patriarchs, but split society.
Uh-huh.
Curbs tired of playing politics from shadows. Free families' patriarchs failed to expel Zyarth's patriarchy. Victory is for curbs.
So what about the whole, including with the Argon prisoners with jobs?
Escaped slave returned to free others. Slave rebellions force patriarchy to compromise. Force slave right bills to quell insurgent Argons. Old desire to like compromise. Keep him alive. Slave rights anger free families and increase our numbers.
Oh shit,
Under
really?
patriarchy oppression, escaped slave welcome to free more. Old Zyarth's compromises weaken patriarchy.
That is twisted. Okay. So they're inciting prisoners with jobs rebellions to make Zyarth grant the prisoners with jobs more rights, which pisses off the split society and sends more people over to the free families. Got it. Oh, you guys read Machiavelli, didn't you?
With patriarchy occupation weakened, we focus on logistics. Pilot, deliver fleet.
Deliver fleet,
Details
huh?
later.
Okay.
Right. I think that's all we need to know for now. As predicted, your Your choice has created a series of opportunities for us to influence the political landscape of the Gate Network to our liking. Both the Zyrth Patriarchy and the Cable of Curbs have a chance of uniting the free families under their rule. Maybe not all of the free families. There are still the occasional pirate bands and mob bosses. Given enough time and effort, we can decide the outcome of this conflict in favor of either the Patriarchy or the Curbs. But for now, feel free to lean back for a while and brood over our discovery. Even Bozo would agree that you've earned it. You know where to find me once you're ready to support either faction with substantial investments.
Interesting. Okay. Deliver fleet. Okay, Dal. Now that we've figured this little rebellion out, what do we do?
How's it going? Ready to make a change?
Yes.
All right. Here's how it's gonna work. I've taken the liberty of dividing our diplomatic effort into a few clear-cut steps. Each step will require serious investment and decisive action. Don't expect change to come at the push of a button. I'll always do my best to predict the political and economic outcome so that you can gauge whether it's worth your time and effort. Have a glance at your briefing and personal log whenever you're uncertain. I'll sneak in a few comments before and after each step is complete. Of course, once you're happy with the results, you can always pull back and leave the involved factions to their own devices. There's no need to work through the entire process immediately, or even at all. Capital. Let's take a look at the current state of affairs.
Let's. So, what can we achieve?
Both the Zyrth Patriarchy and the Cable of Curbs have a chance of uniting the free families under their rule. Maybe not all of the free families. There are still the occasional pirate bands and mob bosses. A stronger Patriarchy would have more resources to fight the Argon Federation, its allies, and whoever else they might decide to fight one day.
Don't like
the
that.
Curbs, on the other hand, would be an additional enemy for the Patriarchy, which would relieve the pressure on the Patriarchy's other foes.
I like
Our
that.
choice comes down to strengthening or weakening the Patriarchy. Both options have their merits.
So, what about the prisoners with jobs?
That sort of cultural change is too big for them to swallow, and far from popular with a split. It is a society based on thralls and slave labor, after all.
How about we market it with Asgard main guns?
Only until their Argon enemies are defeated. Afterwards, they'll probably backtrack on it. If the Patriarchy is overthrown, they'll abolish those rights even faster. Patriarchy stations do treat the enslaved a bit better, but as long as there are split stations, there won't be an end to slavery. The Curbs, on the other hand, support slave revolts, but only until the Patriarchy is driven out. They have no genuine interest in helping them. So, to help the slaves, the first priority is not to let the Patriarchy fall, and to support them in defeating the Curbs.
Or we could make sure there's no split stations. Alright, so what do we need to do?
Either way, we're delivering a fleet. It's just that in one case it'll be riddled with bombs, which they're clearly not going to like. Also, if you side with the Patriarchy, then we'll need to inform their authorities to coordinate our efforts and reap any rewards.
Alright, so I made up my mind. Alright, so gather all the relevant information on this conflict. According to Dal Busty, you now have a choice to make. Support the Curbs. Giving the Curb Rebellion a fighting chance, both the Curbs and Patriarchy will be heavily invested in securing the Free Family space. The Free Families have the burden of supplying both the Court of Curbs and themselves. This conflict in the Free Family space could create opportunities for foreign investors. Strengthen the Zyrth Patriarchy. Siding with the Patriarchy will stabilize the strength of the Empire and put pressure on their enemies. With its multiple endeavors throughout the Jumpgate network, the Empire will likely have a high demand for a variety of goods. The Empire's overall stability could eventually lead to a reduced demand for goods. Patriarchy is likely to resolve the conflict with the Curb Rebellion and continue its mandate to protect the Free Family space against foreign intruders. Alright, so we're going to side with the Curbs because I want to break up the split.
Very well. I'll monitor the Curbs' missions and any Patriarchy chatter to make sure they're not planning any successful raids. You just wait until they come up with their fleet requirements. Oh, and keep some caviar handy. You're probably gonna need it.
Delightful. Okay.
But
to see you. Sending fleet specifications now. Being requested the fleet report back to Accelerator. Pilot formally invited to declaration of curbs. Let's celebrate Court of Curbs here. Politically capable and good.
Okay. So they want a fleet. What kind of fleet do they want? They want a rattlesnake and 10 dragon raiders. What a crappy setup. Beam turrets, flak. You know, beam turrets might be able to hit smaller stuff. 6 neutron gatlings on the raiders. That'll be threatening. Okay. Fortunately, we have a shipyard. We just need to collect blueprints for split ships, which I have not done yet. Alright, here comes the rattlesnake.
You need to perform a transfer.
There you go.
Rattlesnake.
Excellent. Pilot a 10 curb announcement now.
Alright, back to the throne room with my $1 million, or not dollar, million credit thing of spacefly eggs.
Pilot, welcome and thanked for service.
I brought the caviar.
Split, accept offering. Together, we achieve greatness. Time to declare our legitimacy and worth to all. Free families and Zyar tyranny will learn. Proud, free families patriarch failed to expel Zyar tyranny. Invader of free families economy, enforcer of slave rights against split culture, confiscator
Note that
of
little bit.
assets in unjust trials. Quarreling families failed to gather enough forces. Brave patriarchs died in fires of defeat. Patriarchy ways failed us. Split families still quarreling. Split see this before. Patriarch Gustaguld see this. Patriarchs alone always fail us. We are your curves decreed by Gustaguld. Curbs destroyed occupiers' unjust tribunal. Curbs mustered fleets of all free families, quarreling or not. Join a Curb rebellion. Fulfill will of Gus. Victory to Curbs!
I don't believe it. They've done it. The Court of Curbs has just declared its independence.
Right. Oh, stations are flipping curb.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, Zyrth are coming.
Engage it. You die.
Experimental shuttle.
Sir.
That's good enough. Bad move. You pay for that.
Let's get out and see what's going on out there.
New attack orders. Script. Acknowledged.
All units, engage. Today, split end this terrorism.
Look at them go. That's 100 flak turrets.
Rattlesnake. Raptor.
They're having to sway his shields down.
Engaging.
But if they could concentrate fire on the Raptor, they could probably survive.
Enemy spotted. Not the best you can do. Split.
Chimera.
Prepare.
Rattlesnake.
Yep, the rattlesnake we supplied them is dead because they choose a rather poor fitting.
Awaiting orders.
No good. Let's show you how it's done.
Well, I'd say the Curbs have an overwhelming firepower
Raptor.
advantage. But the Raptor's at 50% hull.
Rattlesnake.
Oh, the Rattlesnake shield's down. Ah. Now this is what the Terran Secret Service is all about. Galnet. Declaration of Curbs. In an unprecedented development, the so-called Curbs of the split free families have conspired to create a separatist movement. These former advisors to the Patriarchs and other high-ranking officials have attempted a coup against their own leaders. Their declared aim is to unite the free families' forces and fight back against Zyarth Patriarchy occupation. The Curbs invoke Gus to Kill, the historical split patriarch who brought their role into being in order to curb the notorious male split enthusiasm and improve political decision-making. While some split families still adhere to the custom, others have long since abandoned it, being involved in, and in many cases responsible for, administrative functions within the free families, and it has made it possible for the Curbs to attempt this coup. The creation of a new splitter group within the split has taken the other members of the community of plants by surprise. The Argon Federation, currently at war with the Zyarth Patriarchy over the prisoners with jobs of their citizens, has not yet taken any official stance towards this new faction. They cannot officially support this movement because of the same prisoners with jobs issues, but off the record, they appear to welcome this progressive break with split tradition and seem hopeful that it could be the beginning of a shift towards a shift or schism in split culture. In the long term, a split population ruled by an all-female court could be expected to be a better negotiating partner than the current Patriarch Zyarth. Aaron Elba, Foreign Affairs Correspondent, Galnet. So, yeah. Ooh, that rattlesnake's just about toast. And there she blows.
After establishing their territory with their initial declaration, the Curbs are rallying support to fight the Zyarth Patriarchy. While the Curbs themselves are giving speeches to win over split hearts and minds, the devoted followers are being asked to contribute financially. If we can add a significant contribution to their funds, they will be able to end patriarchy policing of free family sectors.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of want conflict. But whatever. Hi.
Split pleased to see you.
So here's 400 million credits.
Curve accept your devoted contribution. Curve's ready to make move. Join Curve fight to banish patriarchy from our sectors. Feel free to engage.
Delightful. Okay. I need to destroy your Zyarth station. Okay.
Entering system. Arca's Ravine.
Alright. We are back aboard the Yorktown. And to continue the split plot line, we have to destroy
Plasma Conductor Factory.
this plasma conductor factory.
Victory for Curbs and all free split. Tyrannical patriarchy driven out of free families' sectors. Free families may decide to rot in independence or summit to victorious Curb rule.
We did it! The Patriarchy police have been driven out of the free family sectors. But don't underestimate the Curb's ambition. They're still fighting the Patriarchy. I've picked up some news from the rebel broadcasts. The Curb rebels, I mean, not the slave revolt. The Curbs are planning a major attack on the Patriarchy, no details given. From what I can work out, they're planning to put an end to the Zyarth Patriarchy through major attacks on Zyarth home sectors. For this purpose, they're asking for a huge delivery.
It would seem they have something explosive in mind.
Ooh, okay. So, we're doing a diplomatic event between the Curbs and the Free families. So we're going to trying to get them to shoot against each other. Galnet, Zyarth Patriarchy withdraws Colonial Police from Galaxy Network. In their effort to drive out the Zyarth occupation, the Court of Curbs has achieved a major victory. Their numerous attacks have proved too expensive for the Zyarth forces to resist, and have prompted the Colonial Police to retreat. With Free Families still widely demilitarized from the Zyarth occupation, the protection of the Free Family sectors now falls under the responsibility of the Curbs.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, Dal, we've delivered a bunch of explosive ordnance.
How's it
What's
going?
next?
This will be rather expensive.
Yeah, 800 million credits. Okay.
That should do it.
Wonderful. With this delivery, Split can set plan in motion. Trusted pilot will get control of trade ship. Task is to dock Patriarchy Station to deliver bombs. Agent on station will set rest in motion.
We are coming up on the end of the Split storyline, and we are flying a undercover freighter into Zyarth space to deliver bombs for the Cult of Curbs. Yeah. And of course, we're going to deliver it to the last Split defense platform in the system, which is going to do interesting things in Family Jin.
Docking granted.
Come on, Doc.
Reporting back for duty. The mission was
All damaged. All critical.
There we go.
Successfully done.
Looks like you got promoted since our last station takeover. Ready to liberate another station?
I guess so.
Security didn't learn much from last time. The Argon thank you for your continued support. Station is under Argon control. I repeat, station is now under the territorial sovereignty of the Federation.
The slave revolt is spreading to a couple of other stations nearby.
I'll rerun. Family Jin is now unclaimed and contested between the Argon and the Xenon.
Patriarchs weak and traitorous. Zyarth no more. Rock took over Patriarchy. No creature oppose reign of Curbs. Free families decide to submit to victorious Curb rule or perish.
She's right. Patriarch Zyarth was overthrown by one of his subjects, a patriarch by the name of Rock Tututuke. The Rock Patriarchy declared an armistice with the Curbs. They saw where their war would lead and decided to put an end to it. There are already tensions between the Curbs and the Argon Federation over slavery, but as long as the Curbs don't attack Argon stations, there won't be an all-out war.
Okay, we have successfully turned the court of curbs against the free families. So they will now be fighting against each other. Ha ha ha. We're going to get the quarter curbs to start shooting at the React Patriarchy again.
Departing to execute the mission.
Galnet, React Patriarchy succeeds Zyarth Patriarchy. The Zyarth Patriarchy, weakened by the conflict with the Court of Curbs, has fallen prey to factionalism. Patriarch Rayak, a former subject of Patriarch Zyarth, has overthrown Zyarth and taken over the core sectors of the Empire. In an effort to stabilize its territorial gains, Rayak has signed a fragile armistice with the Curbs. With some patriarchs declaring their independence from the new patriarchy and joining the free families, the region remains in turmoil. The high patriarchs of the split are frequently replaced by other patriarchs through military coups or conquests, often after only a short period. Ryak's predecessors, Patriarch Zyarth, had become famous for breaking this cycle and had ruled for decades without being usurped, arguably aided by the isolation caused by the gate shutdown and the gradual reconnection that followed. Whether that reign of Patriarch Ryak will be as stable and durable as Zyarth, or will fall victim to some other ambitious patriarch in the near future, remains to be seen. Aaron Alba, Foreign Affairs Correspondent, Galnet. So, I've got my Fleet Yard 451 selling to pretty much everybody except for Hop. Curbs, React, Free Families, everyone's and they're selling just as much as my Artemis Fleet Yards are to the Hop. In fact, what's holding them back right now is mainly hull parts, engine parts, and weapon components. So I am putting up appropriate factories in the Free Families pocket. You can see the Curbs attacking this defense platform here. So those two systems are still Free Families. Looks like the Free Families are trying to put up Shipyard and Wharf in Family Takir, but they'll be right under the guns of my Bastion. So I should be able to take out any Fallen Families ships that try to get spit out. Oh, they're trying to put up an equipment dock over here again. I do not want that. Pick a different system. I'm not letting you contest fires of defeat. Tharka's Ravine 24 has fallen. Well, not fallen, it's gone unclaimed, excuse me. Multiple claimants. Tharka's Ravine 16 looks like it's still temporarily under Free Families occupation. If they can take out the Free Families defense platform, just somewhere, that'll flip. Tharka's Ravine 8 is also under Free Families, but again, if they take out this defense platform, that fixes that and they'll go unclaimed. Heart of Acrimony 2 has gone unclaimed. Contested by me and the Curbs. You'll love to see it. I have taken Heart of Acrimony, the Boneyard. Nothing's happening here. The system itself is fairly useless. Low sunlight, not much ore or silicon. But hey, it's green. Xyarth has taken 11th hour and well, not Xyarth, Ryak has taken 11th hour and is assaulting Argon positions in Guiding Star 7. Though it looks like they're currently being fought back. Ryak's position's looking pretty solid in their core systems, although I did put up some Terran presence through guild missions in Ryak's Dominion 1. Family Newt has a Argon factory in it. Ha! Otherwise, it's looking okay. It's vulnerable to Xenon incursions, but they're not really heading this way. Rack did take the Xenon in Matrix 598 and Rise Defiance. Some stuff's going up there. I mean, this is a decent sector. They can at least get hydrogen and silicon from it. A little bit of ore. Family Crit is solidly under control, but again, I do have a Terran presence here that I put myself. Family Jin has gone unclaimed. It's currently contested between the Xenon and the Argon, which is a neat twist. Argon are desperately trying to keep this defense platform repaired. I don't know how successful they're going to be, because Xenon are coming in force. Wretched Skies, Family Valka, and Family Pi have both flipped free families. Family Valka has been nearly wiped out by the Xenon. Family Pi is doing okay at the moment, but this wharf has gone under attack multiple times. The Pyramid Pocket, Wretched Skies 10, lost its wharf. It went unclaimed temporarily because the wharf and one defense platform had gotten shot down. The Parrot had put up a defense platform again, but they're hurting. It's tough for them to reinforce because of all the Xenon pressure in the rest of Wretched Skies. Litany of Fury's taken some damage through Xenon incursions, but they haven't really touched 7. This defense platform, was attacked by the Xenon, but yeah. Right now, the Xenon are pushing hard into the northwest pocket. Not really attacking north or east yet, but I don't think it'll be too much longer before they take Family Jin. And pretty soon, the entirety of Split Space will be an entire cluster frolic, as a co-worker of mine liked to say, because they're all going to be shooting at each other. How delightful. And I'm selling ships to all sides. Anyway, thank you for watching another episode of X4, my Terran Cadet series. We got to watch the Split downfall. I hope everyone enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. And goodbye.